What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I've got two really good investing tips for you guys that it took me a long time to learn. I'm still practicing them because they're tough. It's so obvious, so easy, but yet it's habit and you got to build it. One, pay yourself first. Pay yourself first. Shaquille O'Neal had this great interview I saw at some point. He was talking about the concept of paying yourself first and how he never touches this certain part of his cash that comes in. And he was going through the different levels and he's like, look, man, a guy that's doing okay for himself, maybe he's paying himself like 10%, right? And he goes all the way up the scale to 70%. He's like, the billionaires I know spend 70% the whole time, man, way before they were billionaires. It was 70% they were paying themselves first. People go back and forth on what the proper number is. Ultimately, it's a progressive sliding scale. So if you're starting out in life and you're making like 25 grand, you gotta save 10%. You gotta put 2,500 away. You gotta do it. You move up to 50 grand, maybe you can go 15%. You move up to 100 grand, maybe you can go 20%. You move up to 200 grand, you get to 50%. You can, as long as you don't have lifestyle inflation, which a lot of people do, as long as you can keep that chill and then do things that minimize out your lifestyle, you can just start plowing back into yourself, back into investing in you and squirreling away that, whether that's cash, whether that's all sorts of different ways that you can invest that cash once you have it. But the first thing you gotta do is you gotta pay yourself the tax. You gotta pay yourself taxes first. And 10% at a raw minimum. I don't care what you're doing. You could be working this super entry level gig and you gotta pay yourself that 10% no matter what. You've got to pay yourself that no matter what, meaning you've got other things to pay. I got to pay off some debt. I got to pay off that. You got to pay you first. This is my experience. Pay you first, then start knocking out everything else. You got to build that habit. That's just my 2 cents on it. But you need to be stacking a lot more than 2 cents on every dollar. Okay, 10, 20, 25, up the scale.